Now it's time for some breaking news! All right, everybody, the very first thing, I love starting with something funny, but the very first thing I'm going to talk about is Tiny Toons. You're like, Tiny Toons? When I was a kid, I used to love this show, but Tiny Toons is being rebooted for Comedy Central, the Cartoon Network, I should say, actually. Cartoon Network coming this fall, Acme University. It's called Tiny Toons University, and of course they're training with the help of the actual Looney Tunes to find their way. The series follows Babs, Buster, and the rest of the crew as they, go through hijinks learning. So yeah, Tiny Toons is coming. The original show went from 1990 to 1992, and this reboot is going to be something that hopefully will bring a new generation to the Looney Tunes. I used to love that NES game. I'll date myself for a little bit. That NES game was fucking fantastic. That's all I can say. It was so much fun. And then you used to get the carrots and stuff. I used to love that so much. You ever play that game before? Am I by myself here or what?
I haven't played it.
Nope. So sorry.
Yep.
I was a Sega Genesis kid, so yeah, I don't know.
Yep. I'm by myself on here. But Looney Tunes, of course, 90s. So, I mean, if you're that generation, you're probably like, oh, cool. And the animation style looks very similar to the trailer's out right now. You can watch it. And it looks like fun. Of course, it's just like, it's the kids now. The kids are being trained by the adults. And they're all going to be there at university.
Didn't play the NES game, but I watched the hell out of the show.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
If Spielberg's involved at all, it'll be good because he ran the original, and they had so many jokes and like film references that were very much not even for just adults, for like heavy film people. So I hope they bring that aspect back. I want them to bring back the really confusing jokes and content.
They should. They should have fun with it.
I loved
it.
Sean? I loved the trailer. I wanted them to do it like just a generic kind of community college, kind of commercial, like, here, you can learn, what was it, how to handle explosives or something like that, painting on walls or whatever, so you could run through them. I love it. I'm glad that, again, it's just good IPs out there for the taking and out there for new riffs and a new generation, and why the hell not Tiny Toons? So, yeah, I'm excited to see them get going. Plucky Duck.
Plucky Duck, everybody.
Plucky Duck fan. So,
Not the Buster Bunny, no relation.
Right, of course.
No relation. There might be a little something happening there, though, behind the scenes. There might be. I'm just saying. But if you haven't played the NES game, get yourself an NES somewhere if it's at a GameStop or something.
It's a little bit of an interesting question because Looney Tunes has always had a lot of drag elements. Are they going to allow this to air in states like Tennessee and Florida that are outbanning gender performance?
Oh.
I bet it'll still happen. I think it'll start, and then maybe it'll be banned later on if they have a problem with it. But I bet they'll put it out there just like normal. I would hope so, And also, like a network like this, I don't think they're everywhere, So that's the other thing too. So it depends on what networks actually carry them, Spectrum or Time Warner, which really doesn't exist anymore. So it just depends on that and the cable networks, and then of course streaming the way that works, you get it anywhere, Right. Like. Screw your state if they have problems with that. They can go fuck themselves, I'm going to watch my Looney Tunes.
Fuck yourselves with that. But it's an interesting question coming into the modern age, like how they want to regulate the hell out of everyone's life choices. But
I think the premise is really cool too, just because the fact that they're obviously grown up. The last time we saw these characters, they were in like an elementary or middle school or maybe even high school setting in that time, and they were studying to be the replacements of the big Looney Tunes. So this just feels like a natural extension for where the show left off, and I think that it'll be some good kind of topical humor per usual. So yeah.
Well, after 3 seasons, maybe they'll do 3 more here now. We'll never know, but it's going to be fun to see these characters come back. And if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. It's fun. It's just a fun show, and play the NES game, just saying.